You've been told that motivation is the key to success, that you just need to push harder or try again tomorrow. That is a lie. Motivation fails. Motivation fades. Motivation leaves you stranded when life gets hard. The truth is simple. Elite performers don't rely on fleeting bursts of willpower. They rely on one habit, a repeatable system that guarantees progress every single day. Today you will learn that habit. Today you will learn how to build unstoppable momentum, even when you feel like quitting. This is the system that separates the ordinary from the extraordinary, and it starts now. Chapter 1: Show up, don't wait. You've been lied to. You've been told that motivation is the magic ingredient. That one spark, one hit of inspiration will push you toward success. That if you just feel like it, everything will fall into place. It's a comforting lie. But here's the hard truth. Motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes like the weather. One day you feel unstoppable. The next day you feel drained. That's life. That's human nature. And if you wait for motivation to show up, you'll spend your whole life waiting. Stop waiting. Start showing up. Repeat. That's the key. Think about the athletes you admire. Olympic runners, gymnasts, swimmers, they don't wait to feel motivated before they train. Ever. Not on Monday. Not on Friday. Not on a cold, rainy morning. They show up. They move. They practice. Every single day. Rain or shine. Motivated or tired. That's the difference between ordinary and extraordinary. You have a choice. You can wait for motivation, or you can build a system that works with or without it. That's the key. The system is what carries you when motivation fades. Motivation will leave you stranded. Systems will carry you forward. Every day. Without fail. So, how do you stop waiting for motivation? The first step is to shift your mindset. Stop believing that you need to feel like it. Stop believing that the perfect mood is required. Success is not about mood. Success is about discipline. It's not about waiting. It's about showing up. That's the key. Start small. You don't need to run a marathon today. You don't need to create a billion-dollar business overnight. Start with the smallest possible action that moves you in the direction of your goal. 5 push-ups. 10 minutes of reading. A single email sent. That's it. Small, consistent action. Show up. Repeat. That's the system. That's the habit. That's how momentum begins. Look at real-world examples. Serena Williams didn't wake up every day feeling like crushing tennis balls on the court. She didn't wake up motivated. She had a system, a routine, a practice schedule. That system carried her. Every day, without exception. You can do the same. You can create your own system that doesn't rely on how you feel. That's the key. You have a choice. You can give excuses. You can blame your mood. You can wait. Or you can act. And acting is the only thing that matters. You don't need motivation. You need a system. You need consistency. You need repetition. Stop waiting. Start showing up. Repeat. Here's the truth that nobody will tell you. Motivation is for amateurs. Motivation is temporary. It's fleeting. It's exciting in the beginning, but it fades faster than you think. Winners don't rely on motivation. Winners rely on habits and systems. You want results? Build the habit. Build the system. Make it automatic. Make it unstoppable. That's how you win. That's how you break through. Now let's break it down practically. You need a daily ritual. A small action that moves the needle every day no matter how you feel. It's not about intensity. It's about consistency. Pick one habit. One small action. Do it every day. No exceptions. No excuses. You have a choice. You can wait. Or you can start. Start today. Start now. Repeat tomorrow. Repeat the next day. That's the engine that drives success. Let's address the common objection. I can't do it. I'm too tired. I don't have the energy. That's exactly why you need a system. Systems work when energy is low. Systems work when motivation is gone. Systems work when life is chaotic. Systems don't care about your feelings. Systems care about action. You have a choice. Stop letting your feelings dictate your results. That's the key. Let me give you a simple framework for building a system that works without motivation. Define the smallest action that matters. What is the single thing you can do today that moves you forward? Not the perfect thing. Not the most ambitious thing. The smallest, most essential thing. That's it. Make it repeatable. Systems are about repetition, not perfection. Repeat the action every day. Every day. No excuses. Remove friction. Make it easy to do. If it's too hard, you won't do it. Reduce barriers. Prepare in advance. Set yourself up for success. Track it. Measure your action. Don't guess. Don't hope. Track it. That's the feedback loop that builds momentum. Repeat. That's the most important step. Repeat. Day after day. No waiting. No motivation required. Repeat until it becomes automatic. Look at history. Look at every successful person you admire. They did this. They didn't wait for motivation. They created a system and they showed up day after day. J.K. Rowling wrote every day. Elon Musk worked relentlessly through exhaustion. Kobe Bryant trained while his body screamed. None of them waited for motivation. None of them relied on fleeting feelings. They relied on a system. You can too. Now, I want you to take this seriously. You have a choice. You can wait for motivation and watch your life drift. Or you can start building your system today. Start showing up today. Start small. Start consistent. That's the key. Momentum builds faster than you think. One action becomes two. Two actions become a habit. A habit becomes your identity. And your identity drives everything. That's how winners are made. So stop waiting. Start showing up. Repeat. That is your challenge. That is your mission. That is your first step to mastering the habit that outperforms motivation. You have the power. You have the choice. And it starts now. You mastered waiting. You overcame reliance on fleeting feelings. You built the mindset that success is not about motivation. It's about action, systems, and consistency. Now get ready for the next lesson. Chapter 2, you learn to stop waiting. Next, you'll learn how to replace fragile goals with unstoppable systems that guarantee results. Chapter 2, systems beat goals every time. Let's start with a hard truth. Goals are fragile. They're fleeting. They can motivate you for a day, a week, maybe a month, but eventually they fail. Goals are wishes. That's the truth. Goals are wishes. Systems are guarantees. Say it out loud. Say it until it sinks in. Goals are fragile. Systems are unstoppable. You've been told to set big goals, to dream big, to write down your 5-year plan. But here's the problem. A goal is just an outcome. It's a number, a title, a weight on a scale. It doesn't tell you what to do today. It doesn't guide your actions. And life doesn't wait for you to feel ready. Life doesn't pause until your motivation spikes. That's why goals fail. Now, contrast that with a system. A system is a daily process, a repeatable set of actions designed to get results over time. Systems don't care about your mood. Systems don't care about luck. Systems don't care about motivation. Systems simply work, day after day. No excuses, no waiting. Repeat. That's the difference. Goals are wishes. Systems are guarantees. Let's make it concrete. Take someone like Bill Gates. Do you think he set a goal to be rich? No, that's a fantasy. That's a wish. Bill Gates built systems. He built systems around learning, systems around coding, systems around problem solving. Every single day he repeated the process. Every line of code, every book read, every problem solved compounded over time. That's why he became extraordinary. That's why systems win where goals fail. You have a choice. You can chase goals. You can write down targets. You can hope you'll feel inspired to hit them. Or you can build systems. Systems that move you forward even when you don't feel like it. Systems that keep you consistent. Systems that guarantee progress. That's the key. That's how winners are made. Here's how to think about it. Goals focus on the result. Systems focus on the process. Goals are fragile because they depend on external validation and outcomes. Systems are unstoppable because they depend on your actions. You can control your actions. You can't always control results. That's the difference. Goals are wishes. Systems are guarantees. Say it again. Say it until it sinks into your bones. Now let's break it down practically. How do you build a system that beats goals every time? Step 1. Identify the core actions that create results. What is it that truly moves the needle? If you're trying to build a business, it might be reaching out to prospects every day. If you're trying to get fit, it's exercising consistently. Small actions, daily actions, repeatable actions. That's the system. Step 2. Remove the dependency on motivation. A goal without a system relies on feeling like it. I feel like exercising today, so I'll work out. I feel like writing, so I'll write. That's gambling with your life. That's hope masquerading as effort. Systems remove the guesswork. They work regardless of how you feel. That's the key. Repeat after me. Goals are wishes. Systems are guarantees. Step 3. Measure the process, not just the outcome. Here's a secret most people don't realize. You can fail at a goal and still succeed if your system is strong. Imagine someone aiming to lose 20 pounds. They might not hit 20 this month. But if they are consistently eating well, exercising daily, tracking calories, their system is working. The results will come. Goals fluctuate. Systems compound. That's the power. Let's look at a real-world example. Warren Buffett didn't wake up saying, "Today, I want to be a billionaire." He built a system. A system of daily reading, learning, observing markets, and making calculated investments. Every small action compounded over decades. Every habit repeated. Every system reinforced. That's how results multiply. That's how ordinary people become extraordinary. That's the key. Goals are wishes. Systems are guarantees. And here's another truth. Systems reduce stress. Goals create pressure. Goals create fear. I must hit this target or I've failed. Systems remove that pressure. Systems focus on the process. You can control the process. You can control the action. You can't always control the outcome. But when the system is strong, the outcome becomes inevitable. That's how the elite operate. That's how you should operate. Now, some of you are thinking, but I need goals. Goals give me direction. True. Goals can give direction. But they're useless without a system. A goal without a system is a dream deferred. A system without a goal? Still a win because progress is guaranteed. That's the paradox most people miss. Don't chase goals. Build systems. That's the key. Goals are wishes. Systems are guarantees. Here's a simple framework to start building your system today. Define the process that creates your desired results. Not the result itself. The process. The daily actions, the habits, that's the engine. Start small. Systems succeed because they are sustainable. Don't overwhelm yourself with intensity. Do the minimum that guarantees consistency. Repeat, track and refine. Measure the system. Observe the results. Adjust the process. Improve continuously. That's how compounding works. That's how mastery works. Repeat daily. Every single day. No excuses, no waiting, no motivation required. The system does the work. You just show up. Remember, success is not about luck. It's not about willpower. It's not about waiting for motivation. Success is about designing a system that works and then sticking to it relentlessly. You have a choice. You can chase a goal and hope, or you can build a system and guarantee progress. That's the key. Repeat it until it becomes your mantra. Goals are wishes. Systems are guarantees. Let's make it personal. Right now, think about your biggest goal. Got it? Now, strip it down to the daily action that will move you toward it. Not the result. Not the dream. The action. That's your system. That's your leverage. That's how winners operate. You have a choice. Start your system today. No excuses. Repeat tomorrow. Repeat the next day. That's how ordinary people achieve extraordinary results. You see, goals are seductive. They feel important. They feel meaningful. But they are fragile. Systems are durable. Systems are unstoppable. Systems work when you don't feel like it. Systems work when life is hard. Systems create momentum that can't be stopped. That's the key. That's how you beat the odds. That's how you guarantee progress. Goals are wishes. Systems are guarantees. Repeat it again. Let it sink in. You've learned why goals fail. You've learned why systems win. You've learned how to design a process that works every single day. Now take this and apply it. Build your system. Show up. Repeat. That's how winners are made. That's how ordinary people become extraordinary. That's the power of systems over goals. You mastered the fragile illusion of goals. Now get ready to design the engine that drives your life. Chapter 3, you learn why systems beat goals. Next, you'll learn how to build a daily process that turns small actions into unstoppable momentum. Chapter 3, design your daily success engine. Here's the truth: extraordinary success doesn't happen by accident. It doesn't happen because you hope for it. It doesn't happen because you feel like it today. Success is engineered. It is built into your daily actions, your routines, and your habits. This is what I call your daily success engine. And if you want to achieve anything remarkable, you must design it. You have a choice. You can drift through life hoping for inspiration, or you can create a system, a deliberate engine that guarantees progress every single day. That's the key. That's what separates ordinary people from the elite. And make no mistake, this is non-negotiable. You don't get to wing it and expect results. You don't get to wait for motivation and hope everything falls into place. You have a daily success engine, and it needs to run relentlessly. So, what is a daily success engine? Simply put, it is a set of small, high-leverage actions that you perform every day consistently without fail. Not flashy, not dramatic, not impressive. Small actions that compound over time. Small actions that create measurable progress. The engine doesn't care about your mood. It doesn't care about your energy. It only cares that you show up and execute. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Let's take a real-world example. Warren Buffett, one of the most successful investors in history, didn't become extraordinary by chasing motivation. He became extraordinary by reading. Every single day. Hours of reading. Not once in a while, not when he felt like it, but daily, relentlessly. Every book, every article, every piece of knowledge he absorbed became fuel for his engine. That's the power of small, consistent actions. That's the power of a daily success engine. You have a choice. You can rely on occasional bursts of effort, or you can engineer an engine that runs automatically. The engine doesn't require you to feel like it. The engine doesn't stop when life gets hard. The engine guarantees results over time. That's the key. That's why you design it. Now, how do you design your daily success engine? Step 1. Identify high-leverage actions. These are the small actions that produce the largest impact on your goals. Not everything you do matters. Not all effort is equal. High-leverage actions are your focus. They move the needle. They build momentum. Ask yourself, what one action today will move me closest to my goal? Then do it. Repeat it. Make it habitual. That's how the engine works. Step 2. Make it measurable. If you can't measure it, you can't improve it. A system without feedback is useless. Keep track of your actions. Track your progress. Did you complete your daily reading? Your coding practice? Your workout? Did you send your emails, make your calls, write your pages? Track it. Measure it. Record it. That's how the engine maintains power. Step 3. Automate where possible. Reduce friction. Remove excuses. Make the engine as automatic as possible. Prepare your materials the night before. Set up reminders. Remove distractions. Make the right actions easy and the wrong actions difficult. The simpler your system, the stronger your engine. That's the key. Step 4. Consistency over intensity. You don't need to overdo it. You don't need to push yourself to the breaking point every day. Intensity is temporary. Consistency compounds. Small actions, repeated daily, build unstoppable momentum. That's how Warren Buffett built a lifetime of expertise. That's how Kobe Bryant built his skills. That's how ordinary people become extraordinary. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Now let's reinforce this principle. What you do daily shapes who you become. Build the engine. Run it relentlessly. Say it out loud. Let it sink in. This is not motivational fluff. This is not theory. This is fact. Every day you are shaping your identity, your skills, and your results. Every small action counts. Every repeated habit compounds. Every daily choice builds the engine of your life. That's the key. Here's an example for practical application. Let's say your goal is to write a book. Most people would focus on the goal, I want to finish my book by December. That's fragile. That's motivation dependent. Instead, focus on the system, writing 500 words every morning before breakfast. Small, measurable, repeatable, high-leverage action. Daily progress. Over time, 500 words per day become chapters. Chapters become a manuscript. Manuscript becomes a published book. The system guarantees results. The goal is secondary. Goals are wishes. Systems are guarantees. The engine does the work. You just show up. Another example, fitness. Most people set a goal, I want to lose 20 pounds. That's fragile. That depends on motivation. Instead, build a daily success engine. 20 minutes of exercise, logging meals, prepping healthy food. Small actions repeated daily. Measure progress. Adjust when necessary. Over time, weight loss happens automatically. Results are inevitable because the system runs. That's the power of the engine. You have a choice. You can drift. You can rely on motivation. You can hope for results. Or you can design a system that guarantees progress. The choice is yours. But make no mistake, nothing changes until you show up. Nothing changes until you execute. Nothing changes until the engine runs. That's the key. That's how winners are made. Let's drill this principle one last time. What you do daily shapes who you become. Build the engine. Run it relentlessly. Repeat it in your mind. Repeat it until it becomes a mantra. Every day you skip the engine, you lose momentum. Every day you execute the engine, you compound your results. Momentum builds faster than you think. Show up. Execute. Repeat. That's how you win. That's how your life transforms. Here's your challenge. Design your daily success engine today. Identify the small, high-leverage actions that will move you toward your goals. Make them measurable. Make them repeatable. Make them automatic. Execute them daily. You have a choice. You can drift, or you can build the engine that guarantees progress. That's the key. You've learned why small, consistent actions are more powerful than bursts of motivation. You've learned why measurable progress matters. You've learned how to automate and remove friction. You've learned the power of consistency over intensity. Now it's time to apply it. Chapter 4: You built your engine. Next, you'll learn why inconsistent action silently sabotages your results, and how to protect the system you just built. Chapter 4: The Silent Cost of Random Effort. Here's a truth most people refuse to face. Sporadic effort is invisible sabotage. You may work hard one day and slack off the next. You may dive into a task with energy and then jump to the next shiny thing. You may feel productive, but in reality, you are sabotaging yourself silently. Results vanish. Progress stalls. Potential disappears. That's the cost of random effort. Random effort kills results. Consistent effort builds empires. Say it out loud. Say it until it sinks in. Every day you choose scattered effort, you are stealing from your future. Every day you choose consistent effort, you are building momentum, skill, and power. That's the key. That's the difference between ordinary and extraordinary. Think about freelancers, consultants, or anyone trying to master a craft. Many of them crash and burn because they hop from one task to another. One day they are writing, the next day they are designing, the day after that they are learning marketing. None of it is consistent. None of it compounds. None of it builds mastery. They feel busy. They feel productive. But at the end of the month, what do they have? Very little. Results vanish. Effort wasted. That's the silent cost of random effort. You have a choice. You can hop from task to task. You can chase excitement. You can do what feels urgent in the moment. Or you can commit to focused, consistent action. That's the key. That's how results grow. That's how empires are built. Random effort kills results. Consistent effort builds empires. Repeat it. Let it guide every decision. Let's make this practical. The first step is identifying your highest leverage actions, the small, focused tasks that directly move you toward your goals. Forget the rest. The emails, the notifications, the urgent distractions. Focus on what truly matters. That's how consistency works. That's how results compound. Random effort kills results. Consistent effort builds empires. Step 2. Eliminate task hopping. One of the deadliest habits is bouncing from project to project without finishing anything. Focus on one thing until it produces measurable progress. Finish it, complete it, master it, then move to the next. That's how skills multiply. That's how mastery forms. Random effort kills results. Consistent effort builds empires. Let's talk about a real-world example, a freelance designer. She spends a day learning Photoshop, a day posting on social media, a day networking, and a day brainstorming ideas. She feels busy. She feels productive. But nothing she does compounds. She's stuck. Now imagine she picks one high-leverage action, designing client projects for 3 hours every day, and repeats it for months. The result? Skills improve. Clients multiply. Reputation grows. Momentum builds. That's the power of consistent effort. That's how empires are built. Step 3. Track your effort daily. Focused effort is invisible if you don't measure it. Write down what you accomplished. Review it at the end of the day. Did you execute your high-leverage actions? If not, course correct immediately. That's the secret elite performers use. They don't rely on vague feelings of productivity. They measure, track, and repeat. Random effort kills results. Consistent effort builds empires. Repeat it daily. Step 4. Create systems to prevent randomness. Build routines, rituals, and structures that guide your actions automatically. Make it easy to do the right things and hard to do the wrong things. If your system is strong, you don't have to think about effort. It happens automatically. That's the engine that multiplies results without relying on motivation. That's how ordinary people become extraordinary. Here's another harsh truth. Multitasking is your enemy. Every time you switch tasks, your brain loses focus. Every time you chase the next idea, momentum dies. Random effort fragments your energy, your attention, and your results. Single task. Focus. Complete. Repeat. That's how progress compounds. Random effort kills results. Consistent effort builds empires. Repeat it like a mantra. Think about mastery. Think about the people you admire. No one became great by dabbling in everything. Kobe Bryant didn't train some days and rest other days. Steve Jobs didn't jump from project to project without finishing anything. Elon Musk didn't shift randomly between companies with no plan. They focused, they repeated, and they committed. That's how empires are built. That's how results are guaranteed. You have a choice. You can hop from one task to another, wasting effort and sabotaging your future. Or you can focus on the high-leverage actions that matter, repeat them daily, and build unstoppable momentum. That's the key. That's the lesson. Random effort kills results. Consistent effort builds empires. Repeat it. Show up. Focus. Execute. Repeat. Now let's drill this principle into your daily routine. Ask yourself, am I doing the tasks that truly matter? Write them down. Identify the most important 1 to 3 actions that will move you toward your goal today. Then commit to doing only those tasks until they are complete. Don't hop. Don't multitask. Don't chase the shiny object. Focus. Finish. Repeat. That's how progress becomes inevitable. That's how your engine stays strong. That's how results compound. Here's the final reinforcement. Every time you act randomly, you are undermining your future self. Every time you act consistently, you are investing in yourself. Every small, focused action compounds over time into extraordinary skill, results, and power. Random effort kills results. Consistent effort builds empires. Repeat it. Internalize it. Make it your mantra. Let it guide your day, your week, your life. You've seen the hidden cost of scattered effort. You've learned how to focus, track, and systematize. You've learned why multitasking is lethal to progress. Now you have the tools to prevent invisible sabotage. Execute daily. Focus relentlessly. Build the engine. That's how empires are created. You understood the silent cost of random effort. You grasped why consistency compounds and randomness destroys. Now, get ready to harness the ultimate power of automated growth. Chapter 5. You learn to focus and execute consistently. Next, you'll learn how to set up systems that continue to build results, even when you're not actively thinking about them. Chapter 5. Habits that compound while you sleep. Here's the ultimate truth about success. True power is in systems that run automatically, not systems that rely on your mood, not systems that rely on motivation, not systems that require you to feel like it every day. The real magic happens when you create habits and routines that work even when your willpower fades. That's the compounding power of automatic action. That's where winners separate from dreamers. You have a choice. You can continue relying on motivation hoping it shows up, or you can build systems that work even when you're tired, distracted, or uninspired. That's the key. That's how you win. That's how results multiply without constant effort. Think about it. Every day there are countless actions you can automate. Saving money, exercising, reading, journaling, practicing your craft. Individually they seem small, insignificant even, but repeated consistently they compound over weeks, months, years. Small actions, multiplied over time, create unstoppable momentum. That's the power of habits that run automatically. Look at automatic savings as an example. Most people rely on discipline to save money. They try to feel like it every month, and most fail. But if you set up a system, automatic transfers, recurring deposits, you don't need discipline. The money moves, the habit compounds, and your future grows. You don't think about it. You don't debate it. You set it. You forget it. You let it grow. Repeat. That's the power of automatic habits. Exercise works the same way. You don't rely on feeling motivated at 6 a.m. You build routines that make it automatic. You lay out your clothes the night before. You schedule your workouts like an unbreakable appointment. You make it a habit. Even if you feel tired, even if you feel lazy, the system carries you. Momentum builds. Strength grows. Energy multiplies. That's the key. Repeat it daily, relentlessly. Learning and skill building is another perfect example. Warren Buffett reads 5 to 6 hours every single day. Elon Musk devours technical papers and books on engineering. These are not once-in-a-while efforts. They are systems, daily habits, automatic routines. You can apply the same principle to your life. Decide what matters. Schedule it. Make it automatic. Let it compound. That's how mastery is built. That's how you outperform 99% of people without relying on constant motivation. Here's the drill for you. Set it. Forget it. Let it grow. Repeat. Say it out loud. Say it until it sinks into your mind. That's the mantra of automatic systems. That's how compounding works. You set up the habit. You don't micromanage it. You don't rely on feelings. You let it grow. You repeat it daily. That's how ordinary people achieve extraordinary results. That's the key. That's the engine. Now let's make this practical. Step 1. Identify the high-impact habits you can automate. What small, repeatable actions matter most to your goals? Step 2. Remove friction. Make these habits easy to follow every single day. Step 3. Schedule and systematize. Set up reminders, automation, or structures that carry the habit forward without you having to rely on willpower. Step 4. Repeat. Don't skip. Don't negotiate. Don't wait for motivation. Repeat. Momentum compounds. Growth multiplies. That's the power of habits that run while you sleep. Let's reinforce this. Set it. Forget it. Let it grow. Repeat. One more time. Set it. Forget it. Let it grow. Repeat. These 4 words are a formula for unstoppable results. They're the blueprint for building habits that don't need your energy, motivation, or willpower to succeed. Set it. Forget it. Let it grow. Repeat. Every day. Every week. Every month. Every year. That's how empires are built. That's how your life transforms. Remember, ordinary people fail because they rely on fleeting motivation. Winners succeed because they rely on automatic systems. They understand that the real work is designing the habit, then letting the habit run itself. They don't chase inspiration. They create a machine that produces results consistently. That's the difference. That's the power. Now it's time to take control of your own life. You've learned how to stop waiting for motivation. You've learned how systems beat fragile goals. You've designed your daily success engine. You've learned the cost of random effort. And now you know how to create habits that compound while you sleep. This is the full framework. You've got the blueprint. But here's the challenge. Knowledge without execution is useless. You have a choice. You can watch this video and go back to relying on motivation, hoping for results. Or you can take the steps today. Identify one habit. Automate it. Run your system. Let it grow. Repeat. That's how you transform your life. That's how you become unstoppable. That's how you build your empire. Before we finish, here's a final thought. Every second you delay, you're losing the power of compounding. Every day you wait for motivation, you're giving away potential. You have a choice. Act now. Set it. Forget it. Let it grow. Repeat. Start today. No excuses. No waiting. Build the system. Build the habits. Build your life. And if you found value in this video, if you're ready to stop relying on motivation and start building unstoppable systems, make sure to subscribe now. Hit the bell so you never miss the next lesson in mastering your life, your habits, and your future. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. And remember, set it. Forget it. Let it grow. Repeat. You've learned the ultimate truth. Systems and habits that run automatically are your most powerful tool. Motivation is temporary. Discipline is consistent. Habits that compound while you sleep are unstoppable. Now take this knowledge, take action, and start building a life that multiplies itself while you focus on what matters most. You have a choice. Make it today.